taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, our third and our final topic is basically, you know, it's a non-boxing topic, but you know, we like I said, we do dabble in, you know, reviewing other things, recapping other things, TV, film, music, whatever. This time we are going to do a quick review on the show on HBO Max, Tokyo Vice. The season 1 just wrapped up and everything like that, and yeah, Tokyo Vice.
About 8 episodes.
It was it 8? I felt like it was 10. I don't know why.
it was 8, because I remember like 6 and 7 kind of came around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Then 8 came. Yeah, it was 8.
Now, reportedly, Tokyo Vice, from what I understand, it's based off a book. I did not know. I thought okay,
memoirs.
Yeah, to me, I thought it was just something that, you know, it was just, you know, say someone had a brilliant idea to do a Yakuza type of theme show, and you know, this is what we get. The trailer before that had you thinking that it was going to be on some Yakuza shit, like, you know, and they have they do have a story. They do play a part in this whole season or whatever. But yeah, it has definitely a lot of different plots. And now obviously there's gonna be some spoilers here and there. Not hopefully not too much, but one thing
we'll be helping you out.
Yeah. One thing's for sure though, this show is a slow burn. It's a real slow burn. Like, I know LB before, it was like he watched the first episode and was not impressed because it was going.
But I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who watched the first episode and was like, damn, like it was a chore to get through. Like the first episode was basically, it felt like somebody was trying to make a Japanese version of Belly. They was focusing on making it look so visually appealing and aesthetic, and just so colorful and nice.
Yeah, the cinematography was awesome. Like the cinematography was.
They focused on the cinematography too much. Like it was giving extra details to shit that was just meaningless, and it kind of just with all of that, it hurt focusing the story, like. And honestly, the first episode is really the worst episode of the series. It does a horrible job of getting you into the, like, because when I saw the first episode, it took like maybe 2 weeks to see the second. Like I literally, like, almost nothing happened. Like I think maybe no boxing was on that weekend. It was like something happened. I was like, I watch this shit. Yeah, I watched it. I give it a chance, and then it moved a little better the second episode. It showed more potential. Then I was like, okay. Yeah, so it took me in there. It's a slow burn, but it's not like Yellow Jackets, where Yellow Jackets is a slow burn.
Right? Yeah. No. It was definitely.
It got to the point.
Yeah, like I mean, pretty much the first show was just. I mean, one thing it didn't do well. Like it didn't flesh out the characters, from jump. Like it usually has to be something that'll catch you. Whereas the main character Jake is just happens to be a white dude that can speak that learn how to speak Japanese. Where of course, you know, the backstory. Of course, also when they were filming, the actor really had to learn Japanese on the spot. So there's a lot of Japanese dialogue being spoke on there. A lot of subtitles that had to be, you know, if you didn't know Japanese or anything like that. And then he's working out this paper. He had to pass this test, and you know, for this test in order to work this paper. It was a lot of shit that really wasn't that really wasn't interesting, nor did it actually really feed into the actual plot as the plot started developing in some of the later shows.
Because they focused too much on little aspects of his life instead of just kind of throwing you in there into the show's purpose.
Right. Yeah, you know, obviously the stuff with the Yakuza on there, the stuff it was gold. Like, I mean, the shit was good. Like, you know, from them forcing people to kill themselves for to get their insurance policy because they were the beneficiaries, the shit like that. To a lot of
it was real scumbag mafia shit. Like
yeah,
that was going on. Some real blackmail, some like
murder,
drugs, intimidation, doing all that shit. So, and you see different aspects of the Yakuza. Like that part was it shine. Like you know what it is. Like it stood out so much. It's like when you buy an album and say maybe there's 3 different producers for the album, and there's like 15 songs. The Yakuza portion was like maybe the 6 beats that one nigga made. That was like he made those 6 fire ass beats.
Word. And
so that's what you go to get an album, go to those songs because of that producer. Like that's how the Yakuza element story. Like some episodes it took more precedent than other episodes, especially later on. They made it about the crowbar, the white woman into the damn story.
Yeah, and that's another thing of the fall. Like when they started the Yakuza stuff, or the police chief that was helping the white dude, the white reporter. Like I mean, that shit is when the shit was like really. But one thing that it did center too much about, like I mean, this shit was based in Japan. Like yeah, she mentioned before, like the white characters on the show, like obviously they all speak Japanese too. There was just a little bit too much focus into the shit, and it was just like it wasn't like the white, like the one who wanted the woman who wanted to open up her own club and all this and the third, and it really wasn't interesting. Or the other one that turned out
unnecessary,
or the one that was like a prostitute and ended up getting accidentally killed because she didn't like provide the type of service that she was supposed to provide, and all this other shit, kidnappings and shit like that. Yeah. That shit wasn't interesting. Like that shit was.
See, because the thing is with the main character, I think it's Edelstein or Jake Edelstein. The main
character. Jake Edelstein, yeah.
He was a news reporter, so his character really wasn't that interesting, but it had interesting elements. So in order to do it right, and which they did at certain spots, they focused on the interesting elements. The interesting elements was the connections and its boldness, the story of certain characters. Because dude was using white privilege to like attempt power. Like,
oh yeah,
he was doing something that like you just like black people, like real shit. You just want to do. Like this dude, a legit have a fucking Yakuza crime boss walk by and he'll say something slick out the mouth,
right?
Type shit, and it's like most black people, we're not doing that. You fucking cartel king or some fucking African warlord walk by, we not saying slick shit.
Yeah, because either you get killed or you get something chopped off or something put out.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like with you're a white American, it's like you got like I don't know, maybe like you got built-in Canelo plot armor where you feel like you just could do what the fuck you want. And anyways, that just moves the story along with his character, so it works. But Samantha, which is the white lady, who trying to get a club popping and all this shit, that's going on. It's like her shit is just so dry and just whiny, and she's trying to just stubbornly get her way.
Yeah,
it's like, god damn, like why?
Yeah, she's not likable. Like she tries all.
Yeah.
Like they try to make her the sympathetic character and all that shit like that, but really this ends up failing because she's stringing along one of the Yakuza guys, in the romance, and and then she does
not likable at all.
Yeah. And bitches about whole different things. Like she was just like she didn't respect the culture of the land and shit like that. So she was always putting herself in harm's danger. Yeah, it was just like ugh, white privilege to the nth power.
and it's crazy because they show the white privilege in 2 different ways. Like Adelstein, he uses it to kind of immerse himself into the culture, but still kind of use it to get ahead and get what he wants. Right. Samantha was using it and just barely she was using it to just basically get into their culture and just take it over and not have to answer to anything. Like it just showed like I don't know, like the mindset of certain people when they go into situations.
Right, yeah.
So it was crazy, but the police aspect was another dope part about the investigations and shit. Even the like, it was a great show trapped in mediocrity.
Yeah, yo, facts.
Like, damn, like it was that album that had too many features and too many different producers, and all you just needed was have the features, have the producers, and stick to one lane. Like, that's what this show is like. The show had 10 potential, but it ends up falling way short of that. Like,
yeah,
it may be like, fuck it, I drop my review down. Like, I give it a 6.
yeah, and honestly, that's my actual score too. Like, it's not average per se, because like I said before, like there was a great show, you know, that was buried in what it was doing. And honestly, the potential. I mean, I don't. It has been. I think it got renewed for a second season. So I mean,
but it's not must see TV. Definitely, like it has potential. And if it's like you said, it got renewed, right?
I believe it did.
And I will watch another season because the finale. I actually like the finale. Like the conversations and some of the depths and shit is probably the best part of the show, and the interactions, and it does that, but they give you that. It's just when they try to force other shit. But yeah, like the show could have been better. If anybody, like, if you hear anybody else saying the show is amazing, tell them they're lying. They're overrating. Like, the show is not amazing. It has amazing moments.
Right, and that's watching, because there were amazing moments. You know, it did happen, and like, you know, they were all throughout the season. But like I said, it's just one of those things where you just hope that they, you know, that they do a better job into it. You know, really fleshing out some of what they can do. You know, with what, especially with how it ended, because it ended pretty open ended for the end of season 1. So, you know, that's what you just hope that they can. You know, they can. Yeah, the cinematography, you know, I mean, it was great, but, you know, like I said, but it's not going to...
They relied on it too much sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, they used it like auto-tune.
Yeah.
Niggas like, hold on. What are we going to do with this shot with Samantha? Okay, man, fucking show some cherry blossom. Show this, show that. And it's like, show this tea.
Right.
Like, dude, man. Like,
Yeah.
give me substance. Like, I don't want this overproduced, over cinematography bullshit. Like, that's what they were trying to peddle.
Right. Yeah, and do some more Yakuza shit, because the scene where old boy, you know, he couldn't even cut off his own finger correctly. It was bleeding all over the place and manic. I want more shit like that, because that motherfucker was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was crazy funny. Like, dude, like, exactly. Now, look, if y'all out there on something, y'all saying this shit is mid, it's a 6, and da-da-da-da, like, y'all some fucking experts, and, you know, what do you recommend? Aha, I got you. The Outrage series.
Yeah.
If y'all want to see some great Yakuza films, I think Beyond the Outrage is too. But yeah, both of those are great. That really get it released, and they're not too old. They're made within the last 5, 6, 7 years. So definitely check that out. Another one I can recall is Brother, which is a lot older. Same actor stars in it as Outrage. The only other person I can remember in that film is Omar Epps.
Yeah.
And the movie's fucking dope. Like, it's classic. But yeah, that's 3 movies I could show to you right there that I can recommend to watch. That give you that real Yakuza feel. It's much better than fucking what's that shit we was talking about? Tokyo Vice.
Tokyo Vice, yeah.
I mean, Tokyo Vice, it sounds sexy and just, you know, like come on, I mean, I'm in South Florida, like Miami Vice, like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, like, so when you put Vice to any fucking city and the city sounds dope enough, You think you got fired like Miami Vice, Tokyo
Right?
Vice,
Yeah, exactly.
London Vice. Yeah, I mean.
So like I said, this show.
And this shit just ain't end up like that.
So this show does it has potential. Like hopefully that it does improve itself in the second season. It has potential, and that's what obviously we'll watch this to see how it plays out. But yeah, first season, it gets both of us give it a 6 out of 10. Like it's not must see TV, but it's not. But it probably is worth a watch if you
Yeah, you can check it out if you finish up anything else. You got some decent shit you want to watch.
Yeah, you got some time or whatever. Yeah, you
remember that it starts off slow, and that first episode's a bitch to get through.
Yeah,
you get through that, then you got some decent shit to watch. That's all I got to say about it.
Right. Same here. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of our show for tonight. It was a good show. Get some bars off, especially in the incident. And don't think this will probably be the last time that we go. We talk about Canelo and Bivol for this week. No, we'll talk about, obviously, if you look on our Twitter or you go on Shutterworth's Twitter. Especially there'll be some more things, especially if if there's anything else that comes out from this fight.
Got the R word, got the TikTok memes already. Like,
yes,
man,
sir.
You know what it is, man. Like, got the I work fast. I got the R word. I like the
picture, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I found a new pen. I was like, oh shit. So that's why the ink was kind of a little. Busting a little extra.
Yeah, facts.
I was like, okay, it didn't even take me that long, so
that's what.
I appreciate it. Yeah, y'all check that out.
No doubt. So we got so get some final thoughts before we get up out of here. Pilot, your final thought?
I'm sorry, I'm late as usual, but go back and listen, hear all the full smoke. I only got half the blunt, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Yeah, it's glad to be here again. Glad boxing has not been derailed by anything in particular, and next week should be lit, and the remaining weeks after. So you know where to check us out at ringgangradio.com. Ringgang Radio on every platform imaginable, social media wise. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everything in between. YouTube, of course. Make sure you sub and smash that button and all that. But you know what it is.
That's what it is. AOP, your final thoughts?
Boxing media, do better. That's all I have to say. Do better.
Facts.
Shame on y'all. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. So, I'm saying, other than that, Ring Gang Radio all day. You know what it is. You know where to find us at ringgangradio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us everywhere. We got some more stuff coming up on the way. You'll enjoy it all. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout. Just fuck with us. We got you.
That's what it is. LB, your final thoughts?
Oh man, just lovely boxing weekend. For obvious reasons. But yeah, just keep tuning in, keep rocking with us. We give it that uncut, raw shit. None of that bullshit. Just that new media wave, grassroots shit, and shit that, the opinions and views that people really want to hear, and not some forced bullshit that we're supposed to just agree with. You know what I mean? Like, it's a new day, man. No one ain't fucking with y'all old ass, tired ass publications and shit. Get done with that. Y'all niggas looking like villains from Matilda children's movies and shit. It's over. I know he's something years old, but I don't respect you niggas. Whatever Cam said.
I know Sean Porter was dressed like one of them old time reporters that night from the fucking.
I see the tweet. Somebody said he looked like a news reporter from the Daily Bugle in the 1950s. I was like, oh my god, like everybody, I ain't gonna lie, like if Canelo didn't lose, like you gonna get all this comedy gold, like
yeah.
Like, he old boxing that shit.
like honestly, if you see our internal chat, like it's full of absolute comedic gold. Like some of it we mentioned on here, but some of it is internal. Like we went in as soon as that decision was like this shit was comedy, and so unfortunately, that's why I wanted to get PJ, because PJ had some comedy on there, from what we were talking about. Yeah.
But this is a good time. You don't see the pound for pound number one star in boxing lose 10 rounds or 2 every day. That's not something that happens often. Mm-hmm. If at all, really. Like, just imagine.
Yep.
So it was great to see, and glad the right man. Hopefully, we just keep making. Y'all keep y'all rock with us and share everything. YouTube, subscribe, make sure Facebook, TikTok,
oh yeah,
on IG, all that fly shit. And a shout out to everybody who's rocking with us. We rock with y'all too. Peace. Cat.
Yeah. Oh man, so yeah, the only thing as I always say, man, we're everywhere, man. All you need to do is type in Ring Gang Radio on Google and take you to where you need to be. But specifically 2 places: our website and our YouTube, man. Like I said, YouTube, you go to YouTube, you listen, you like, you comment, and then you tell your friends about it so they can do the same, so we can all be friends. Because like I said, we do the shit for y'all. We always say that. And and also gotta mention before we get up out of here, since it's about 5 minutes left, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It is your day, and and this is not in we're not in no woke shit. So yeah, if you're mother, an actual mother, not birthing parent day or any of this other nonsense that's going around there. And I'm dead serious, my nigga. Like this is there was some bullshit that I was reading about this shit. Like, no, this is mother. Like, mother. So yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to force narratives that aren't really there. And that's what I say. That's what I have to say about that, man. So yeah, man, keep rocking with us. We got some more shit on the way. We always do, man. The box content we hear, man. Shout out to everyone rocking with us tonight, man. Thank y'all. Without you guys, there's no us. So yeah, man. Yes. So yeah, well, we still going strong in 2022, man. So for myself, Pat Scorpio.
R.I.P. Joel from Death Row Records.
Oh yes, Joel from Death Row, man. That was unexpected. That was like I said, she was her contributions to so much classic shit.
Yeah, all those hooks, all the harmonizing.
Classic.
Yeah.
She been sick for a while, though. I know.
Oh, has she? Yeah, I didn't know.
All the dialogue had an interview when she was explaining shit. So
I know she had done interviews like probably within a week of her passing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely, definitely rest in peace to her, man. Another talent that Death Row had that they never fully utilized, because she should have had an album out in their prime for sure.
Yo, by the way, now you speak of Death Row, I'm pissed that all of their shit is off Spotify because Snoop took it all off. Like, damn, what the hell? Yeah, I was randomly in the mood to listen to Doggy Style today, and I go to Spotify and I'm like, damn, it's gone.
I'm pretty sure it's probably on Amazon Music. I have to.
Well, I don't got Amazon Music, so.
Yeah, niggas ain't trying to have like 15 streaming services.
Well, shit, that's my go-to streaming service. Thank God.
Danny, it's funny because Danny Boy been complaining about that. He said he lost a good portion of his income when Snoop did that shit, because he's been doing interviews as well. Danny Boy from Death Row Records.
Yep.
And I can imagine the dudes who don't have an album, that they are part of classic songs.
Yeah, and then like I said, but Snoop has masters now. Obviously, if you're in the music business, you own some masters. You're the first person that gets paid.
So the niggas not eating, and the streaming money is real. Like, just imagine, an extra $5,000 coming your way each month,
right?
And you getting in Like, yeah, like that shit's real.
Yeah. Danny Boy has a legit gripe, but yeah, hopefully Snoop in the end, does treat the masters and the record, the money, the music that he does have from, buying back all this stuff. Eventually it does make its way back onto more commercial means, rather than doing what he's doing. I guess trying to make it like an exclusive type of stream shit. So I think that's our show for tonight. So for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace.